Now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
KLEK 102.5 FM. Good morning to you on your Thursday. It's November 17th, 2016. This is Community Conversations. Kate Wonder is in the studio with you. I am joined by my co-host, Mrs. Quabila Harden, and today is a very special day on Community Conversations. We have Mr. William Haskin and Mr. Antwun Sanders. They are of the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, and today is Founders Day for the men of Omega Psi Phi, so we definitely want to wish for all of the Omega men out there a very happy Founders Day. And we're going to talk to these gentlemen today about some of the things that Omega Psi Phi are doing at the local level. So how are you doing today, gentlemen?
Doing fine.
Alrighty, so Quabila, we'll let you get started.
Okay. Well, good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I guess first we'd like you all to start out by telling the listeners and viewers a little bit more about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and then why you decided to join this fraternity.
My name is William Haskin. I live locally in Jonesboro. I work in Forest City at the federal prison. It was something that I inspired to do for a while, and I was approached by one of these gentlemen, and I was approached by one of the gentlemen, Brother Joseph Anson, and he was a gentleman that I worked with in the past, and it was an experience that I look forward to, and here I am today.
Alrighty. Miss Antwun.
Hello, my name is Antwun Sanders. I'm originally from Forest City. The thought of being an Omega actually started when I was young in high school. I was part of a fraternity that was started by a few Omega men, Brother Clarence Chambers and Brother Lewis, and Coach Brooks in Forest City. It was named Omega Diamond. So there was not a thought of what organization I wanted to be part of once I got to college. I was inspired by those men, and they mentored us, and so when I got to Arkansas State, I made it a reality.
Alrighty. Well, okay, so now that you're here, you're moving forward, what are some things that you all have been involved with directly since you've been a part of the graduate chapter? Let's go ahead and talk about the graduate chapter. What are some things that you all do in the community? I know you do a lot, so let's just kind of go down the list.
Just a brief rundown. We're coming this weekend. We're going to be hosting the turkey giveaway at Walker Court. We've been doing this, I guess, about 3-4 years now. Last 5 years. Okay. Yeah, and we usually link up with the manager of the apartments, and we hand out turkeys until they're gone. We usually attempt to do as many as possible, but yeah. And we have a what's that?
Well, on the December 20th, we'll have a adoptive family Christmas giveaway, and we partnership with Pastor Walker at Family Deliverance, and normally we'll do 2 families there.
Okay.
In January, we are always participate in the Dr. Martin Luther King Parade. February, we do a Black History program, which marquees our talent hunt, national talent hunt. And in March, as I explained, we'll be working, probably try to bring in some new members.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I want to pause it there and then backtrack a little bit. I apologize. Let's get into the history a little bit, whatever you can share with the listeners and viewers out there, so they can understand, where you are now, how you got started, and
start off with a little bit of the national history, and then transition into how the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter got established and chartered.
Nationally, the day is our Founders Day, November 17th. We started November 17th, 1911, and by four wise gentlemen, Oscar J. Cooper, Dr. Ernest C. Just, Edgar A. Love, and Frank Cole were the founders. And we were incorporated October 28th, 1914.
Okay. And then I was looking on your national website, and there were like four pillars that were listed: manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. So can you kind of go into more detail about those different things?
With those are, I guess those pillars that the founders found very important in order to, be an Omega man.
Okay.
You have to possess these qualities, and it's not only something that you possess for the time of, while you're in college or anything. Those principles you possess throughout your life, and we strive to uplift other brothers, and it's going to take perseverance, and that's where those principles come from.
Okay, so again, as Laganzi mentioned earlier, shoot, I'm so sorry.
You acting all nervous this morning. Come on, let's pick up the mood a little bit. So, again, you mentioned about the national founding, and of course, Quabila brought up the four pillars. Let's talk about the local chapter and how it got chartered, how it got established.
Epsilon Alpha Alpha. It's kind of strange how it started. It was we actually, the graduate brothers here, was driving to West Memphis to the Zyro chapter, our sister chapter, to attend meetings, and a few of the brothers sit around, Joseph Anderson, Denisio Blanchett, and myself, and we had a new brother come in town, Dr. Anthony Troy Adams, who came along, and so we sit around and we kind of started this off like the three undergraduates, our founders, and Dr. Just did. We was first the Distinguished Omega Group, and we found that there was a dormant chapter there in Blytheville, which was Epsilon Alpha Alpha, which started in September 16, 1978, with the help of Dr. Lonnie Williams, our state representative, and at the time, District Representative Willie Mercenary Hinchin. We were able to move that chapter here to Jonesboro and get it incorporated, and on the same date, we started Epsilon Alpha Alpha, September 16, 2009.
All right, and I believe you guys have an event tonight. You all are having I believe it's an achievement ceremony.
We're having our
awards banquet,
annual founders banquet tonight at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn.
And just let the listeners know a little bit about the event.
The founders banquet is to give all praise to our founders for the work that they've done to establish this organization, but as well to recognize the brothers who have worked very diligently throughout the year, and award them for their service, and also to be within camaraderie with our brothers.
And I attended the banquet last year because I received the Citizen of the Year award, which the chapter gives to someone in the community who has made great contributions to the local community. And so I'm sure you all will be doing that again this year as well, to some gentleman that's out there in the city of Jonesboro that has made positive contributions to the community.
Yes, we will.
We are speaking with Mr. William Haskin and Mr. Antwun Sanders of the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Phone lines are open at 870-277-1080. Once again, that phone number is 870-277-1080. If you have a comment or a question for either one of these, we're also live streaming Facebook, also, and your as
okay. Who's on your some of these so this has originally designed to promote the study of Negro life and history. Today, Achievement Week is used to seek out and give due recognition to those individuals at the local and national level who have made a noteworthy contribution toward improving the quality of life for Black Americans. So, is this something that you all are directly involved with on the local level?
Yeah, yes, it is. Like Brother Anderson was mentioning, Achievement, we'll be having our Founders Day banquet tonight, where we will recognize a local citizen that has done, that we feel as the chapter has done, outstanding work and doing things for the community, for the youth, and to uplift those within the community.
Okay, so that ties into Founders Day.
Right, we'll be recognizing them.
And then the scholarship program, can you tell us more about how that works?
I kind of expounded on that earlier, that in June that we have our national essay contest.
Okay.
And that contest goes out to the local high schools for those students to write an essay, and there's a question that comes out from our national headquarters might say, why would you need this money from this scholarship to attend college? So they will write an essay on that.
Okay.
And on a local level, we give out 2 scholarships to a male and a female with a 3.0 or better. They write an essay, we'll grade those, and we give out 2 $500 scholarships each year.
Wow. And so what is the deadline to apply, or when will that information be available?
Actually, that deadline normally is in March, and it should be available as the national programs and chair gets it out here, because this is the beginning of our new fiscal year. Okay.
Please keep us informed on when that comes out, because I would love to get as many youth to apply for that as possible, because there are those who just need a little extra help, and if they are willing to write an essay, then they deserve, at least a chance. So.
And we truly encourage that with local churches and school districts. We really would encourage those kids to get out and be a part of that and get someone to help them with the essays or whatever, because that's important. It's not good when monies are available and people just don't even put out the effort to even attempt to attain it. So we encourage those kids to do that.
Okay. And along with that, I see that you all participate in a program called Assault on Illiteracy Program. Is it something you also do on the local level concerning illiteracy, trying to encourage those students to read more or increase their reading levels?
Actually, what we do, and we piloted a program in Forest City, the Earnestly Just Mentoring Program.
Okay.
And this year, we're actually in the process of moving that program here and working with 2 after-school programs. I know one, Brother Haskins, can elaborate on with the one from Nettleton.
Right. I recently spoke with Miss Ballou at Nettleton High School, and it's not 100% confirmed yet, but she was very encouraged about partnering with us to possibly, set up something for mentoring the youth there at the school.
Okay. And then what will be the age group of the students involved?
Roughly from 14 to 18.
Okay. So do you have any other mentoring groups or any other type of leadership programs that you offer for the young men here in Jonesboro?
Earnestly Just.
Yeah, the Earnestly Just Mentoring Program is a program that will be putting here in Jonesboro. It's not going to have a age on it.
Okay.
It will be to mentor students and work with the young men on proper etiquette, dress, working with on their ACT scores.
Definitely needed.
Just being able to get out in community development and spending time with them on little fishing trips and things of that nature.
And that is much needed. Here, I'm just going to say Jonesboro, this is where I live. Right. And I see a lot of young men hanging out, walking the street, or just, doing things that are not beneficial to the growth of their life. It doesn't add anything to their life. And so I think it's wonderful that you all are going to start reaching out to these young men and hopefully grabbing them by the neck or whatever.
That alludes back to
snatching them up.
and to add to that, I'm originally from Helena, Arkansas, and the Omegas down there had a program called Omega Little Brothers. I wasn't actually in the program, but several of my friends were, and I know that they loved it. And and some of them ended up becoming Omegas themselves, but they was always out and about in the community doing different things, and it's important to have fraternities, churches, civic groups, organizations of all stripes reaching out and trying to help the young men, because we have so many young men who are fatherless. The father is not around, and they need that male role model. So for any organization to step up and to have a program like that, it's something to be commended.
Thank you. And that goes back to the 4 cardinal principles as well. Man, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. That's a part of our cardinal principles.
Okay. Another thing I see that's on the mandated programs list is the Dr. Charles R. Drew Memorial Blood Drive. So, do y'all do a blood drive here in Jonesboro or somewhere around the area?
Yes, we do. It's one of our mandated programs, one that we strive to make sure that we participate in. If not, we're normally a partnership with one of our sister chapters, whether it's in West Memphis with Zyro or our local undergraduate chapter, Alpha Zeta. But that program is Dr. Charles R. Drew had a great impact on the DNA blood plasma.
Okay. Well, can you expound on that a little bit as far as on the DNA blood plasma, using plasma to...
Yeah, it actually was back when they couldn't use the DNA to save someone's life. He was able to develop that strategy.
Oh wow, that is really wonderful. And as we know, the blood banks can never have enough blood. There's always some tragedy, some accident, or just anyone going to the hospital for surgeries. I have had to have a blood transfusion, so I'm very grateful for those that donated. I benefit from that. So okay, let's talk about people see, and we can get more into this after the break. If we run out of time, people see the colors, they see the parties, they see the hype of the organization. So
they see the turn up.
I want you all to please kind of go into helping young men look beyond the outer, the colors and what they see, what they think you all do. So help them understand, okay, this is not just for fun. Yes, we do have fun, but there's a lot of work involved as well.
Right. And in these days and times, I guess that is basically what the youth, everything is so quick as far as the social media and everything, and they look at, you can just pull up and see what you want to see and visualize it and make it into what you want it to be. But behind the scenes, there are a lot of brothers working diligently to help the community and help each other, and we want to bring up and uplift those brothers that are maybe struggling or in the community, and we want to make sure that we're there for them. So it's not just the parties and what you see on social media and everything. Behind the scenes is brothers like myself and Brother Anderson and brothers in our chapter. We're doing as much as we can to uplift the community as well. But though a lot of times those things are not publicized as much as the parties and the kicking it and so forth.
So are you all actively involved with the graduate the undergraduate chapter on ASU?
But with that, it's Zyro are their advising chapter, right? But if those brothers need anything, any kind of advice or any type of help, they are our brothers, so we're gonna help uplift and help them out any way we can. We don't discriminate or disseminate as far as what chapter you're from and so forth. We're always here to help a brother.
Okay.
Once again, we are speaking with Mr. William Haskin and Mr. Antwun Sanders of the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And of course, again, if you have a question or a comment for either of these gentlemen, The phone lines are open at 870-277-1080. Once again, 277. A quick community announcement. Let me go ahead and pull this up from our Instagram. As we ready to go into break, there will be a free community Thanksgiving meal this Saturday, November 19th at South Caraway Baptist Church from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So once again, free community Thanksgiving meal this Saturday, November 19th, South Caraway Baptist Church from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'll be back. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Parents, is time with your kids a priority? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. During busy times, does your job or your family become the main focus? University of Georgia head football coach Mark Richt said that no matter what, he drove his kids to school, even during football season. Spending that time with them was a priority. So, what can you do to make sure you're spending enough time with your kids during a busy season? Start by setting appointments on your calendar to spend one-on-one time each week with each of your children, doing what they want to do. If someone else asks you for a meeting during that time, just tell them you can't and that you've got a really important appointment at that time. To listen to my podcast interview with Coach Rick, go to markmerrill.com. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by
Tax time is here at Car Today, the original buy here, pay here dealer. New Car Today General Manager Sean Corns.
With new inventory available daily, whatever you're looking for, we've got it.
Located on Stadium Boulevard just south of the 63 bypass, tax time is the time to drive at Car Today. Car Today.
Kendall Rucker and Harold Massey presents the inspirational gospel stage play, Love Has No Protection, Saturday, December 10th at Wynn High School, 1300 Falls Boulevard, featuring performers from Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7 p.m. Tickets and other information is available at 870-270-0835.
Support for KLEK is made possible by the New St. John Missionary Baptist Church Men of Standards Ministry. The Men of Standards will have their annual Thanksgiving fundraiser to benefit multiple needy families for Christmas. The dinner will be on Saturday, November the 19th. Lunch and dinner plates with either pulled pork or chicken will be available. Plus, Boston Butts can be pre-ordered from any member of the Men of Standards Ministry. More details are available through Brother Paul Prunty at 870-919-4637.
Did you know that KLEK 102.5 FM is a non-profit organization? Did you know that you can donate to KLEK 102.5 FM and your donation is tax deductible? Donations to non-profit organizations such as KLEK can reduce the amount of taxes you may owe the IRS or increase the amount of any potential tax refund. Support your KLEK today. You can donate by calling 870-277-1080, visiting our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro, or on our website www.klekfm.org. We at KLEK 102.5 FM are blessed and grateful for your support. From the KLEK Community Calendar, the North Point Church of Christ will be serving Thanksgiving meals at the church, 500 Pepper Drive in Jonesboro, on November 19th, 2016, from 11 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. The public
is invited.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We are speaking with Mr. William Haskin and Mr. Antwun Sanders of the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. They are our guests today on Community Conversations. And today is Founders Day for the men of Omega Psi Phi, so we definitely want to wish all of the Omega men out there a very happy Founders Day. And I have an announcement from the Omegas. I guess Mr. Haskell's a little shy to read it himself, so I'm going to read it. But the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated presents information meeting, and that is going to be Tuesday, November 28th, 2016 at 7 o'clock p.m. This will take place at the Arkansas State University Student Union, room 3020, which is the 1909 suite. Business attire is required, and of course more information is available at eaaqs.com. Joseph Anderson 870-897-5566 or Epsilon Alpha Alpha at yahoo.com. Must possess a bachelor's degree or be a graduating senior. So once again, Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated information meeting Tuesday, November 28th, 2016, 7 o'clock p.m. at the Arkansas State University Student Union, room 3020, 1909 suite. So if you have ever wanted to be a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated and you have a bachelor's degree or you are a senior about to graduate, then this is the meeting that you need to attend to. And since we brought that up, I want to ask you gentlemen, what are you guys looking for when you look for new members of your fraternity?
We're looking for gentlemen who possess some of those cardinal principles. We're looking for gentlemen who want to work. They want to be, a light in the community. As far as, like you said, with the mentoring programs, with the all the different, things that we do within the community. The parties and things like that, they're going to be there. They're going to happen regardless. But we're looking for gentlemen who truly want to be a light within the community.
Okay. Now, when is your, I'm not going to say interest meeting. When are your interest meetings? Information meetings, I'm sorry. When are your information meetings?
Y'all have in the fall? Because we got this one right here coming up November 28th. Do y'all also have one in the spring, or is it just fall only?
Right, spring, we usually do spring process.
Actually, what it does is it's kind of based on the district, and we'll have an information meeting probably four times throughout the year, which takes place in fall, the spring, the summer, as well as the winter, depending on when that opportunity comes open.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the achievements that either you as individuals, which I'm looking down the list on your website, and you as a chapter, the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter has received. So anyone can jump in. I do want to start out though, Mr. Antwun. I see that you were the first member to receive a life membership award or become a life member.
Yes, I'm the first life member here at Epsilon Alpha Alpha. But,
okay.
Denicio Blanchett has joined in ranks with me.
Okay.
With that, that's a special membership for our fraternity. So I'll be part of this fraternity for the rest of my life.
Okay, so I'm sure it's an honor to you. Like, did you have to do something in particular, or how are you selected?
Well, it's not based on selection. It's actually based on, you being a financial member of Omega Psi Phi, you being financial on all levels, national, district, and local, and also, participating in the mandated programs that Omega Psi Phi stands for. And with that, having, I believe that you got to be dedicated, empowered, and motivated by what our founders did. So, like I said, when I was a young man, I knew that I wanted to be part of Omega Psi Phi, so I made a commitment as an Omega Diamond to come to this college, pledge Omega Psi Phi, and I made a lifetime commitment to continue to serve this organization.
Okay.
We have some Facebook shout outs. All three of these come from Michael Roberts. He's one of your fraternity brothers. He says, Rue, love AZ, EA Squared doing it. Happy Founders Day, bros.
All right. Rip it out.
Yeah, Rue.
And for you to become a life member, that just goes to show, like you said, your dedication and to the organization. And you are about more than just the, like I said earlier, the fun part. You are about the hard work, getting your hands dirty, and inspiring other young men to rise up. Okay. Mr. Haskin, William.
Yes.
So when did you become a part of the chapter, the fraternity?
I became a part in spring 2010.
Okay.
I was part of the first recharter line of the chapter.
Okay. And so what are some things that you have accomplished personally?
Received some awards, throughout my, short, I guess, tenure. I've received, Founders Award 4 times.
All right. So what does that mean?
It basically is from hard work and dedication, and the brothers in the chapter, they, sit around and we have an election, and the chapter deems, whoever the chapter deems necessary for that award for their hard work and dedication in that particular area, they're awarded that.
So they're watching you at all times.
We're watching each other. We're a small but growing chapter, so we watch each other at all times.
About how many members would you say you all have right now in the graduate chapter?
Right now on our roster, we have 20 members.
Okay. So, is it important to grow your numbers, or do you prefer to remain smaller, or would you like to have over 100 members?
In a perfect world, that would be wonderful if we could have 100 hardworking, dedicated members.
Okay.
But it's an 8 and 80 thing. We want those guys that are going to be dedicated to coming in, working, and not only enjoying the hoopla and all that, but behind the scenes, it's a lot that goes into even having the parties and making things successful, and these community things that we do within the community. It's a lot of work that goes into it, so we need brothers that are willing to work and get those things done first.
Okay.
And then we do the other things.
Okay. So I know we talked earlier that you work really close with the American Red Cross. Are there any other nonprofit organizations that you work closely with, or do you have any plans on possibly linking up with any, in the next few years or so?
Well, hopefully with this interview and you guys being so gracious and inviting us on, that'll open the eyes of a lot of other opportunities for us to get link up with other organizations and do more things within the community. So we really appreciate you guys bringing us on and giving us this exposure.
Well, and that's what this show is all about, giving organizations in the community the opportunity to let people know about the programs that they sponsor. And this is something that we do for each of the Divine Nine fraternities and sororities, and we'll be extending the opportunity to each of these organizations during their Founders Day. I want to go ahead and move on. Like I said, I'm looking on your national website, and there have been several famous men that are in your ranks that have done great things. I'm going to just kind of read off some of them. We have Bill Cosby. Of course, everybody knows who Bill Cosby is. Count Basie, who we play some of his music on Smooth Central Jazz on Sunday nights from 6 to 10. Y'all may want to check that out. Comedian Joe Torre, and of course, in the radio world, since this is what we're doing right here, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, Tom Joyner, all of them are morning show hosts. In the field of athletics, Michael Jordan, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal, Vince Carter, and like I said, in the business world, we got Jesse Hill, Earl Graves, Thurman McKenzie, Nathaniel Bronner. Civil rights, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, Vernon Jordan, just to name Benjamin Hooks, to name a few. Educators, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, Benjamin Mays, Professor Frank Coleman. Government and politics, got William Hasty, Robert C. Weaver, Clifford Alexander Jr., Lawrence Douglas Wilder, who was I believe the first black governor of Virginia. And science, y'all mentioned Dr. Charles Dr. Robert author, and several others. And of course, if you want to see more of famous Omegas, you can go on the Omega Sci-Fi National website, which is www.oopf.org. That is oopf.org. So how does it feel for you gentlemen to be among the ranks of such distinguished men that have done so much for the nation and the entire world?
As I said before, when you look at our cardinal principles of manhood, scholarship, and perseverance, and how our founders sat down and come up with this ideal to make this not only something at a local level, but at first it said they wanted to make it on a national level, with all men of a certain aim and a certain esteem, regardless of whatever background they were from poor or to the rich, could come and have one goal and be part of that, and to see all of these men with these great accomplishments and also to share the same goal with them is outstanding.
All right, and we have some more Founders Day shout outs. This is from another one of your brothers, A.O. Biles. First comment is Rue. Then he says, William is a very soft-spoken and humble brother. His character as a person is absolutely amazing. They couldn't have chose a better person. And we have Denisio Blanchett, the distinguished Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter. Thanks KLEK and Mr. Leganzi for the opportunity to be interviewed. Well, Denisio, I want to say thank you for helping set up this interview. And this comes from one of your sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Trina Long, EA Squared, doing it, oop, Rue.
Rue brother, Ayo.
Oh my goodness. So we talked a little bit off air, and I know some people might want to know, okay, how did the colors come about and some of the other symbols that go along with. Can you talk about some of the...
That's all part of how the founders sit down and compose this on this very evening. Okay. And some of the things throughout with the bulldog, the tenacity, has just kind of arrived throughout over the years and become a marquee of us being Omega Psi Phi, known as in Greek Omega as Q to add the dog, but we consider ourselves to be Omega men. Okay.
I was looking at your social calendar, and I see that you all, I don't know if you do it on the local here in Jonesboro, but Q's for Cancer. Do you all do a party or some type of event recognizing cancer awareness here in Jonesboro?
Yes, actually, June the 3rd, we participated in American Cancer Society event here in Craighead County. Brother Haskins and myself and Brother Anderson was represented there, and also we do a raffle each year for American Cancer Society.
Okay, so it's just recognition of all cancers and not a particular cancers.
Not a particular cancer.
And that's one thing I try to stress is that even though some people suffer from breast cancer, ovarian, or liver, lung, whatever, all cancers matter. Awareness matters for all things. So I want to just thank you all for, recognizing all cancers and all diseases, issues that people face. So we were talking earlier about other nonprofit or other organizations you all can get involved with. As many may know, like today is World Prematurity Day, in recognition of babies born too soon. And so March of Dimes color is purple, so that'll be a perfect fit for you all. They do have a big walk coming up next year in March, and so you all should get involved, put a team together, and join the walk for March for babies.
Something we'll look into. And I also want to nice fingernails over there.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, for those you watching our Facebook live stream, Kubila is representing for the men of Omega Sci-Fi. She has her purple and gold nails. So.
Exactly.
So hold them up for the live stream.
And it's for the babies as well. Purple for the babies.
Right, we got some more Facebook shout outs. Trina Long once again says LOL. Another one of your brothers, Corey Mills. Shout out to you through the manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. And Denisio says shout out to Mr. Leganzi Kell, the 2015 recipient of the Citizen of the Year Award presented by the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter. Great work, sir. Well, once again, thank you, Denisio, and thank you to the brothers of Omega Sci-Fi for the recognition. The award hangs proudly on the wall in the KLEK office.
Yeah, right.
So what can we look forward to, just say next 2017 and beyond? Like, what can we look for coming from the men of Omega?
Personally, I mean, as far as the chapter goes, you can look forward to us being more involved in the community. We're strategizing right now. We have strategies going where we're working with each other to be more involved in the community. So hopefully you'll see us out there a lot more, and we'll be able to, as you stated earlier, recognize some of these other organizations and things out there to help the community.
Okay.
Also, I want to just say, working with other organizations, we are NAAC Silver Lifetime member.
Okay.
We have our lifetime membership with that. We also do yearly donation to American Diabetes.
Oh, wow.
And also we donate to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters club in Newport, Arkansas each year.
And for those of you who may not know, November is also Diabetes Awareness Month. So educate yourself so that you can advocate for someone you love. That's my motto. I'm a big advocate for all things health and social awareness. So I try to get as involved as I can. So I look forward to seeing more from you guys and you shine in the community, and hopefully you can shine so bright that you inspire other young men to step it up, to start raising the standard. I think that's what's needed in this community. We see with the different generations, things happen and they kind of lose their way. So I'm hoping to see you all snatch some of these young men up and encourage them to start raising the standard in their life, their personal life, professional life. We need to see more men in college, more men graduate from college
and high school.
Yes, definitely. Most definitely.
We are speaking with Mr. Antwun Sanders and Mr. William Haskin of the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And of course, phone lines are open at 870-277-1080. Don't be shy, don't be afraid to call in. The number is 870-277-1080. If any Omegas out there that are listening or watching, go ahead and call in. We want to represent. We'll put you on the air, let you represent, do your thing. Also, if you are in the community, just have a question for these gentlemen, you can call in as well or post your comments and your questions on our Facebook Live feed. And we got a lot of people watching on Facebook right now.
Okay, so we've talked about all of the hard work that you all do. And so after all that work, you do have to have some fun. So do y'all have any fun events coming up that people can get involved in or participate, can attend?
Well, actually, we, like you said, this is our achievement week, and we kind of do things together and kind of celebrate the hard work that we've done throughout the year. So Monday night we did like a reclamation night where the brothers got together and watched the game. Had nice little eateries, and that last night was a great night. We went out and did a little bowling out at the bowling alley together.
Wonderful.
Where I reigned.
Once
again.
So you are the EA Squared bowling champion
this year.
Bro Blanchett, he's probably his skin is probably crawling right now. Yeah, he's a competitive guy.
Yeah.
Is
Let's
he
just
really?
say that. Yeah.
Oh goodness, Benicio.
Well, I mean, he has really done a lot in the community.
Encourage you to come out.
I will definitely let us know, and like I said, anything that you all are doing in the community, please let us know so that we can pass it on. And that goes for all organizations, all of the D9 organizations, churches, nonprofits. Let us know, and this is what this radio station is for, to let people know, because there are organizations out there such as Omega Psi Phi that want to make a difference in the community, and so we like to use this platform to let the people know so that we can make Jonesboro a better place.
Okay. Another thing I see that you all get involved in, I know I'm just talking about business, I'm sorry, but I just want people to really see and hear that you all are doing positive things. You all are doing things that matter within the community. I see that you all participated in an Alzheimer's Association memory walk. How was that, or when was that?
Actually, we were scheduled to walk this year, September 17th, and we had a team, but it went conflicting with one of our state mandated trainings that we had to have to be able to participate in our membership selection process. So unfortunately, we weren't able to walk this year. But one of our brothers, Brother Joseph Anderson, Daddy, last December actually passed from Alzheimer's. So that is something that we really take to heart and continue to work within that program.
All right, we're going to get ready to go to break. We're speaking with William Haskins and Antwun Sanders of the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. You listen to Community Conversations, and this is KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be back.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Home ownership is a major factor in the capacity to build lasting wealth, but there will be times in your life when renting just makes sense. Before moving into your apartment, make sure you always keep at least 1 month's rent in your savings account, separate and apart from the minimum of 6 months of living expenses you keep in emergency savings. This gives you a cushion in the event you lose part or all of your income for a short period. And remember, your security deposit does not count. You cannot ask your landlord to use it toward your rent, as it's collateral for the apartment itself. It will only be returned, minus the cost of repairing damage beyond normal wear and tear, after your rental term is up, the unit has been inspected, and you have moved out. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated presents Scholarship Fundraiser. Smoked turkeys and smoked turkey legs will be available. Proceeds will benefit scholarships and ACT testing for area students. Prepaid orders will be taken through October 26th through November 17th. Pickup or delivery is available. The pickup and delivery date will be September 19th. Ordering and other information is available via any member of the chapter or at KLEK 102.5 FM at 870-277-1080.
Whistle Stop Bistro and Catering, 5435 East Nettleton Avenue at the four-way stop between highways 351 and 463, serving Jonesboro for over 5 years with a motto of "We cater them all, large or small." Offers catering and rental space for parties, churches, offices, and fundraisers for holidays and all occasions. They also offer a full breakfast and lunch menu. Open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. 870-275-6239. Details at KLEKFM.org.
The Black Business Association of Northeast Arkansas presents the 2016 Business Expo, December 1st, 2016, at the Hilton Garden Inn, 2840 South Caraway Road in Jonesboro, Arkansas, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The theme is Diversity Works. Sponsored by the Black Business Association of Northeast Arkansas, the Jonesboro Regional Chamber of Commerce, KLEK 102.5 FM, Larry Alexander Allstate Insurance Agency, OfficeMax, and the Arkansas Sentinel newspaper. The expo will showcase businesses from all over Northeast Arkansas and is free to the public. Door prizes will be given away. Booth, vendor, and sponsorships are available. For more information, Reverend Larry Alexander at 870-935-7280.
The Black Business Association of Northeast Arkansas is a nonprofit organization.
House of Details, located at 4903 East Nettleton Avenue, is a proud supporter of KLEK, offering detailing on any type of vehicle, basic wash, hand wash, shampoo, interior cleaning, waxing, buffering, and light restoration, pickup, delivery, and more, with a motto of anything mean, we can clean. Details at 870-273-5187. House of Details on Facebook and KLEKFM.org.
Experience the joy with Bishop Adrian R. Rogers of Fullness of Joy Church, 3307 Ray Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And we're back on Community Conversations on KLEK with our guests, Mr. William Haskin and Mr. Antwun Sanders of the Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. They are our guests today, as this is Founders Day for the men of Omega Psi Phi. So once again, happy Founders Day to all of the Omega men out there listening and watching.
Right. So during these last few moments, are there any other things you would like to highlight? Any personal stories, personal achievements, anything you would like to share with the listeners and the viewers?
Once again, I would like to thank you, KLEK, for inviting us here today, and also recognize Mr. Leganzi as our 2015 Citizen of the Year. When he first came to one of our meetings, and he was getting this established, and he's done a great job, and I just want to give a hats off to him. And
I want to say thank you all again for the recognition. Like I said, this station's not about me. It's about, serving the community and giving back, and this is my way of giving back. All of us in the D9 fraternities and sororities, we're about service, and this is just my way of serving by providing this platform in which hundreds and thousands of people can know about things that people in the community are doing. So once again, thank you guys.
Much respect.
All right.
And Quabila makes a great host.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, when I'm not fumbling over my words.
Well, we all do it. I mean.
Oh goodness, I don't know why I'm feeling nervous today. I mean.
Well, they say that they say them Omegas make women feel some kind of way.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we grown folks, and we mature with it, but
Well, and I've known these guys for a while. Antwun and I go back, 1990 something.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell my age right now, but anyway, yeah, back in the 90s. And I've known Mr. William for quite some time. Fell in love with his boys and his daughter, Jasmine. So we go way back.
Well, and it just, gives you a sense of community, how many of us, we go back, several of us, we're at Arkansas State together at the same time, and, all of us coming up, doing our different things, but, still keeping in contact with each other, still being involved in the community in various ways, it kind of comes back full circle.
Yes. Exactly. I'm going to say I'm blessed. I'm honored to get to know you guys, and I'm happy to see the work that you're doing within the community. I know that all the lives that you're touching, I know that you're making an impact on all the lives that you're touching, so hands up. Applause to that. I just look forward to seeing more from you guys, seeing the town painted purple in 2017, and I can't wait to see, your mentoring programs come to life and see how they blossom. So I'll be happy to send any young men I know your way.
Please do.
Once you all get everything, finalized. So please keep us informed on, what do you have going on, so we can send people your way.
All right, let's do some shout outs. I know. So any of your brothers that you want to shout out, or family, or just anybody in particular that you want to shout out as we get ready to bring this to a close?
I just want to give a shout out to all the brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Enjoy this day, enjoy this night, enjoy this year.
All right.
I want to give a shout out as to the undergraduate chapter. Alpha Zeta couldn't be here today, but I want to give a shout out to the Cordell Hightower, the bossless. I've worked with him over the last year, and he's working very diligently over there, very hard with that chapter. So shout out to him, and always to our hard-working state representative, Dr. Ronnie Williams.
Yes, Dr. Williams has been a guest on this show, and he always gives out good information when he comes on this program.
Yes, none of this could be possible without Dr. Williams. He's been in our corner, and much love for him.
Alrighty.
And to all the bros, Real.
And we got the Atomic Dog coming up right after the end of the show, so just stay tuned in. So to all the Omegas out there listening, you get your chance to throw your hooks up, get your hop on, just represent. Just if you're in your car, just don't get too out of control and have a wreck with it.
Okay, don't tear anything up. I want to give a couple of community announcements. Today is also Feel the Food Bank Day. They are going to be in the Kroger parking lot from 6:30. Well, they were there at 6:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. tonight. So go take non-perishable food items by the Kroger parking lot to help fill the food bank of Northeast Arkansas.
And once again, I'm going to read this information meeting flyer once again. The Epsilon Alpha Alpha chapter of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated presents information meeting Tuesday, November 28th, 2016 at 7 o'clock p.m. This will take place at the Arkansas State University Student Union, room 3020, that is the 1909 suite. Business retire is acquired. You must possess a bachelor's degree or be a graduating senior. And more information is available at eaaqs.com or via Joseph Anderson at 870-897-5566 or Epsilon Alpha Alpha at yahoo.com. And of course, a couple of Omegas that I would like to shout out. I want to shout out Corey Mills, my guy Thuda. Shout out my guy AO. Shout out my guy Big Trey. I know Big Trey is probably watching on our Facebook live feed. Been knowing Big Trey. He's one of the very first people that I met when I got here in Jonesboro in 1996. And just shout out to all of the Omega men out there. I hope that you all have a great and fabulous Founders Day. Thank each and every one of you for listening.
Let me give one more shout out.
All right, go ahead.
Let me give a shout out to my brother, Brother Douglas Haskin.
Okay, where is he from?
He lives in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Spring 99.
Okay. All right.
And of course, also I got to shout out Denisha Blanchett because he actually helped get in touch with you guys to get this interview set up. So shout out to him as well.
All righty. So thank you guys once again for joining us. I hope you all have a really wonderful day and get involved and go stop by the food bank drive and drop off some canned goods or something.
And once again, we'd like to thank you guys for inviting us on. This what you're doing within the community is truly a service, and we really appreciate it.
And we appreciate the opportunity to have you guys on. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Community Conversations. You guys be blessed. Have a great day. This is KLEK 102.5 FM.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.